Welcome again to Rich Post Sports. You're in tune with me, the Reason Boss, and I am here to review the Reggae Girls' triumphant, some would say, campaign as they took on the Sheffield United women's team at the King Power Stadium on Monday. The result was Reggae Girls 2, Sheffield United women nil. A clean sheet for the Reggae Girls and 2 goals courtesy of Bunny Shaw and courtesy of Shayna Matthews. You'd think a job well done. Coach Lorne Donaldson has a series of decisions to make in coming up with his team for the 2023 World Cup. Who will he choose? Who will he refuse? We shall see. Today, I have a special guest, a man who is always welcome, a man who's not backward in coming forward when it comes to matters Reggae Girls, Mikey Ballin. Let's see if the big man is around to review the Reggae Girls versus Sheffield United women. Bear with me, the reason boss is nursing a slight cough. But when it comes to speaking, I think you'll find colleague in arms is more than able to cover for me. Big man, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
Give thanks. I'm seeing only half of myself, but I hope that you're there.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Give thanks. Well, I hope you heard the introduction. Did you?
No, I did not.
You did not hear the introduction.
No.
It's Reggae Girls 2, Sheffield United women nil. On the face of
Oh,
it,
okay.
one would feel that this is mission accomplished, job well done. But the floor is yours. It's a Reggae Girls review as they begin preparations for the 2023 World Cup. There's been a series of women's international games being played. A bag of them. Jamaica's opponents include, of course, Brazil, the Samba girls, who beat Germany. Word on the street, 2 goals to 1. Looking forward to seeing the goals and action in that game. But it's not an easy group that Jamaica have. The Reggae Girls, of course, have Panama, Brazil, and France. It's 4 teams, 2 to go through. What's the chances for Reggae Girls? The floor is yours. Mikey Bannon. A warm welcome, sir.
The chance of the Rugged Girls to go through to the round of 16 is, I'll give them 30%.
Handy. That's a good percentage.
Well, yeah, the
Excuse me.
ball.
Not bad.
We have a saying in Jamaica: the ball is round, anything can happen in a soccer game, football game. Sorry, excuse me for the fans that live in outside of the United States when I say soccer.
All
Football
right.
game, yes. So anything can happen in a football game. You know what I mean? So I give the girls 30%. Um, Hopefully they'll have all the legs and all the players available to them come World Cup, and the coach will pick the best squad he thinks is his best squad. Whatever squad he picks, we have to go with it because we're not there day in day out with the coach, our coaches. So we have to go with the whatever he picks. I mean, I know people gonna ask questions about certain players, but you only can pick 23, I think, or it's 26. It's either going to be 23 or 26. So
20,
whichever.
23 as I'm hearing. 23. Source Simon Preston, Reggae Boys commentary. 23. That's a
20.
credible channel, as the Rich Post Sports station
Okay.
is. Yes.
So therefore, you're going to have some regulars that's not going to be on the team, and you're going to have some people very upset with the coach. But unless you're at practice every day with the team, then you can't come. If he goes off what him and his advisors is, whoever they suggest, I guess that's what he's going to go with. But like I said, 30% chance of getting to the. See, the thing is, if you can knock off one of the big guns, or even hold them to a draw, then you have a chance of slipping through.
You're speaking.
The one you
Indeed.
want to,
Indeed.
the one you want to hold to the draw is the one that's going to lose to the other big gun. So therefore, you will be like almost ahead of the game there. You know what I mean? So that's the way we want to do it.
Well,
But go ahead.
all right, sir. Well, I'm just gonna run down and just pick out a few results that have taken place um, today. Women's friendlies. Everyone's trying to get as many games. Of course, Reggae Girls played a club team in the championship, ninth place in the championship, one level below the Women's Super League in England.
Hmm.
We've got the likes of South Korea 5, Zambia nil, New Zealand nil. Of course, co-hosts of the World Cup. Nigeria 3, Italy 2, Colombia 1, Germany 1, as mentioned earlier, Brazil 2. Welcome to all new viewers and subscribers. If you're a regular, big up yourself. I'll endeavor to read some of the comments. If you want to just kick back and listen to Mikey Ballin and myself, no problem. But if you want to contribute with your comments, we're more than happy to read out. It's the Reason Boss with Mikey Ballin reviewing the Reggae Girls as they build up their campaign towards a historic, get me, back-to-back World Cups for the Reggae Girls. Lorne Donaldson has a task on his hand. We're going to get into the meat of the matter. Who's going to be chosen? Who's going to miss out on this occasion? Tough decisions for Mr. Donaldson. But I'm eager to get the thoughts of Mikey Ballin on how this particular game panned out at the King Power Stadium, which finished Reggae Girls 2, Sheffield United women in the championship 1. Let me just read out a couple more selected results. Sweden 3, Norway 3. And what have we got here? Scotland 4, Costa Rica 0. Currently playing, excuse me, nursing a cough. So bear with me, viewers and subscribers. If you see a cup, there's honey and lemon here. It's currently England 0 after 65 minutes. Australia, the co-hosts, 1. And we've got France 0, Canada 0. Halftime live as we speak. The floor is yours, Mikey. Just checking on those kind of results and
Well,
putting the Reggae Girls game into perspective. I know you're
I'm
going to have something to say. You're sounding too much like me at the moment. Speak, Mikey, speak.
well. It was a practice game, and the Reggae Girls played like it was a practice game. They didn't play with any intensity. I thought they should have beat this team much more than they did. Doesn't matter the results anyway because it's a practice game. I didn't think if you compare to the last two games they played against Czech Republic and Australia, this game is a step back because they didn't play with any intensity like they did in Australia a couple weeks ago. I think this team wasn't as strong as the team that went to Australia. It's been very, don't want to go into any hard tackles, play hard to get an injury because they want to be on the bus to Australia and France, and I don't blame them. So, all in
And
all,
New
I think
Zealand,
that
yeah, man.
yes. So no, well, I say Australia because Jamaica's playing all their games in Australia. Um, so all in all, it was they put in a shift, but there was no intensity. And I don't know if it's a part on the coaching staff or it's just the girls just decided that just going to go through the motions and if we win we win, if we lose we lose, if we draw we draw, go through the motion. But I must say I was kind of disappointed with the coach not playing that young lady Williams, one with the blonde top. I think it's a blonde top. To
Victoria
see,
Williams,
yeah, I want to see her in the
Brighton
whole
and Hove
game. I mean,
defender
they
in
could have sit
midfield.
down one of the Swaby sisters and play her because we know how the Swaby sisters play already to give the fans us a chance to say, well, yeah, she deserved to be on the team. But that doesn't matters if we think she deserve it or not. But if you say these games are to look at people to see if you're going to select them on the squad, let them play. He gave Washington a run, a start to see how she would look. And yeah, so why not give what's her name Williams a start to see how she would look and play the
Well,
whole game.
of course, we're not close to the we're not close to the camp to know what exactly was in the mind of Lorne Donaldson. We don't know
Hmm.
the maybe fitness conditions and requirements of Victoria Williams. Of course, she's representing Brighton and Hove Albion women. They're currently, fighting to remain in the Premier Women's Super League. And
Mm,
Williams may have been more than happy to get a big part. I think she came on and ended up in midfield.
yes.
If we're not mistaken, which seems odd in itself. I personally, I've got to say that on paper and in theory and
Yeah.
possibly in practice too, I'd have to agree with you, Mikey, that we know what Chantel and Alison Swaby brings. Alison, arguably my favorite reggae girl, but
Mm-hmm.
quality central defensive formation. But against this Sheffield United team, which was very limited in its attacking intentions and capabilities, there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too much for the defense to do. Given that, it would have been useful uh, game time for Williams to, maybe
Yeah.
give the coach something to think about, and let her fit in a little bit more in terms of game time and minutes. But sometimes it's a difficult balancing act. Of course, time is ticking down to eventual selection. Talking of selection, by the way, a little slight aside: the Gold Cup draw, I believe, is set to be made this week. Again, credible source, Simon Preston, Reggae Boys commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Big up yourself, Simon. Um, excuse me, struggling a little bit. But go ahead, Mikey. Given that, when it's all said and done, is there anyone? Let me cut to the chase and let's make it controversial. Is there anyone you expect to not make it, and do you expect any surprises? Let's start off with those two questions.
Well, if you're going off what's been in the last 4 games, the 3 games in Australia, right? And the three games in Australia and the game yesterday or day before. Yeah, was it yesterday? It was yesterday, right? Yeah,
Indeed.
yesterday. He hasn't picked Asha, and that's kind of surprising to me. I think she's a useful midfielder. That's me. But again, I am not the coach. I am not the coaching staff, and she works hard. And so, if he hasn't picked her in the last 4 games, that to me is
Is,
sending up a big flag.
is that the writing on the wall? A big
I don't
red
know.
flag writing on the wall? Interesting. We don't know.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because when you look at Marla Sweatman, she hasn't been involved in the team for the last how many games? So that's the next one too. I mean, these are a staple in the last chapter of World Cup. These girls were on the team. So I'm wondering if he's going for younger players to set up himself for the next chapter, the third chapter, which is the 2027 World Cup. Trying to get, as he has McNamara in there, he has Washington in there. He has these young players. I don't know if I'm leaving out anyone that was on the team, but most of the players on the team, except for Matthews, I don't know how old Williams is. I think she's 30. I don't want to guess her age. I think,
I
but
think she's
most of the
just over 30, at least over 30. But yes,
yeah, yeah,
season
yeah,
campaigner.
yeah, most of the players on the team is around 25, 26. So he's sticking to like that age group, a younger age group. Asher is a bit older than that, I think, and Sweatman is a bit older than that.
I mean, you're playing a little bit diplomat. I say a little diplomatic. I think it's safe to say, but let us see, because I fully appreciate and we appreciate here. Remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you're watching. Full respect. If you've done so already, big up yourself. Full respect. Hit that like button. Thank you very
So
much for
I'm
joining
not.
and
You
enjoying the
see,
conversation.
I'm this coach. I can't count out anyone, because there's this
I'm
other.
I'm going to count out Sweatman. I'm going to
Yeah,
count out Sweatman, and I think he has. But that's not a done deal. I'm just
right,
saying that it
right.
looks like that's a
Because
chapter that may have been closed, with all respect.
right,
Asher, not necessarily on the same chapter,
right.
could make it. But let's go on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's going for the younger midfielders. He has McNamara there. So also, I also think that there's a young lady that plays in England. I think her name is Wilson. She plays left back. I think she's injured.
Siobhan Wilson.
Yes, I have time for
Oh,
her, but I haven't seen her in the last 3 games, so she must be injured. And when she did come to play, when she played against Paraguay, he have her playing left wing instead of left fullback. So and like he did yesterday, he put Williams in midfield when she's a center back. So I don't know what's going on in the coach head. It's not like he
I,
does. It's not like he doesn't have enough midfielders and already on the team to put throw Williams in midfield. You know,
I think the midfield area, by common consent, even Simon on the show earlier today was on his show Reggae Boys commentary. Check it out for credible information. He was also clear that, as we've made clear, the midfield area is going to be pretty contentious, a challenge. The Reggae Boys and
no, I
the
don't
Reason
think
Boss.
so.
I like to say glass half full. I think it's going to be a challenge. I don't
No,
think
I
it's going to.
don't.
I'm not talking about bag of drama.
No, no, no.
You disagree?
Yes, I think he has the midfielders there to play, but he hasn't played them together. That is the key. The midfielders
The
are there, but he
key.
hasn't played them together. You see, he
Name the
like
names. I want that midfield just so we're singing from the same hymn sheet. Do you want me to give
none.
the 18 by the
There,
way
there,
that we
there,
have?
there, there are certain midfielders on the team that
Uh-huh,
if you play them together,
uh-huh.
the team will look good. But they haven't been playing together. One is always missing, or two is always missing.
All right, I'm going to put a pin in it right here.
Yes.
Just for those who are listening and for your good self and myself, let me just refresh by giving you the team that went to England, the King Power Stadium in Leicester to take on the Sheffield United team. And then we can hear from Mikey as he introduces the starting runners and riders in that coveted midfield role. So we had Snyder. We had
Wait a second.
Snyder. Oh,
Don't put
what?
me on. Don't set me up.
Set. Let me rewind and come down. Rewind and come again then. I'm going to list the 18. You see me getting nervous? All right, everything blessed. Snyder, peace and love. You're always welcome. When I set up you and say, peace and love.
Yes.
Snyder in goal. Rebecca Spencer. I think those are two solid selections that will make the team, the final 23. Of
What I
course, if they go for three
what I
keepers, who's
what I can do for you, Richard? I can name you some players I know that is going to be on the team. I can name a couple of the ladies that I know is going to be on the team, and then you can name the rest.
well, as it is the Rich Paul Reason Boss show. I'm I'm gonna compromise because we've got the views and subscribers out there, and I'm going to provide the information, and you can add to the information as you see fit, or you can slash and say, wait a minute, no sir, that the name now go fit because I'm gonna replace it with this name. So I'm just gonna call out the names. Watch this
Mhm.
now, as simple as I can.
Start from goalkeeper
No,
again.
no, 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 no,
Start from
no,
start from
no, no,
goalkeepers.
no.
Start from goalkeepers again.
Sydney Snyder,
She's
Rebecca
going.
Spencer.
They both of them going to Australia.
Would you like to add one more? I like this. Go ahead. Would you like to add one
No,
more or not
no.
this
I
stage?
leave that up to the coach. I'm
All
only
right.
going to name the players I know that is going to Australia.
Respect to that. I'm viewers and subscribers. Let me just add a couple of names. Leah Brooks, I believe, is a goalkeeper, young keeper, talented keeper, and we've
That's the
got.
under 20 goalkeeper, right?
Pardon me.
That's the under 20 goalkeeper, Leah
I believe.
Brooks.
I believe so.
Yes.
And we've got Jasmine Jameson or
Yeah.
Yasmin Jameson who's brings a very good vibe, very
Hmm.
good vibe to the squad, and she could be the third keeper. Lest lest we go over the top in speculating how good she is. We'll find out. It's between Jasmine, I think, and Leah Brooks. If you're looking at the future, maybe Brooks goes for the experience, but Yasmin Jameson, she's got plenty of experience with the camp, and maybe adding to the vibes, it may be really important that there's unity and experience, cool, calm heads out there. Let's see. I'm going into the defenders now.
Hmm.
Alison Swaby, Chantel Swaby.
Alison's the big
But
one, right? Alison's the older one, right?
I'm always
Yes.
wary when it comes to women's ages. Alison
No,
Swaby
no,
is currently on
no.
loan. My favorite reggae girl, arguably, I love them all, but Alison Swaby currently on loan to PSG, mixing with
Yes,
the
that's
Lionel
number seven.
Messi's and the
That she's number
Neymars.
17. She's number. Yeah,
I
she's the
believe.
older one. She's going.
All right.
She's in Australia.
Chantel Swaby,
Australia.
Vian Sampson,
Australia.
Tierney Wilshire,
Australia.
Victoria Williams.
Question.
Respect. Let's go to the midfield.
Only because the coach
Oh,
brought her on the field and play her in midfield. So that's what. So yeah.
all right, all right. Um, let's go into midfield. Peyton McNamara,
Question.
Havana Salon,
Australia.
Drew Spence, Spurs,
Australia.
Soleil Washington.
Question.
You differ with Simon. I believe Simon. Yes, indeed. Simon said that's a must. She is a must. In Simon's opinion, I am putting a question mark because I think the midfield
Wait,
area
but did she
will be
play?
contentious. It will be interesting,
Is
challenging.
that is that young lady that played yesterday? That's
Well,
not
you
her, right?
said she played yesterday. I don't know if she started, but Soleil Washington was in the squad.
There is a Washington that started the game on the left side. I know there's two Washingtons. I think they're sisters, and I may be getting a mix up.
Oh,
I
okay. Well,
think
there was
there's
only
two
one
Washingtons.
Washington in this squad, so I don't know which. This was Soleil, Soleil Washington.
So, no, so look which Washington was in this squad.
Well, all I know is Soleil. Soleil Washington is the name. I don't know if she's a younger or older sister, but
I think there's
we
two
can look
Washington
into that.
sisters.
All right. Well, I don't know which one this one is, but Soleil. If Simon
So
Preston says she's a must, I say Soleil Washington.
I say
All
question.
the best. All right, that's cool. I'm telling you, it's going to be very interesting.
Yes.
Paige Bailey Gale,
Question.
Atlanta Primus,
Australia.
London Lionesses. Okay, all right. Cameron Simmons, Tennessee.
Tight. Tight.
I too.
Tight. Tight.
I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt again because, if I'm
Simon
not
said yes.
mistaken, the
But
man
I
from
said
Del
tight.
Monte, the man with the nice coconut water, yeah, man. He
Yes.
says yes.
Tight.
But we'll see. We'll see. It tight. All right. Tiffany Cameron, president.
Tight.
There's a lot of tightness in this midfield area.
Yes.
Khadija Bunny Shaw, strikers.
She fly the plane.
Shayna Matthews. Enough said. Big up yourself. Shayna Matthews, goal scorer yesterday.
Question.
I'm gonna say, book yourself. If not co-pilot, book yourself a place on the plane.
Not because she scored.
All right, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. But I think that goals will be at a premium. And personally, it's very difficult to score. In my opinion, as you well know, the hardest thing in football to do is to score a goal.
If she had missed that one, then she definitely wouldn't be a question. Because that one, if she had the goal she was about 4 yards from the goal, and she had the goal alone.
What I like about
even me at my age could have scored that.
Lord have mercy. Well, Edward, anticipation and sniffing the opportunity. Listen, Khadija, remember, I mean, if you didn't see the game, guys, Khadija ran careering into the area, left-hand side of the penalty area, inside the box, cut it across. She was moving, hurtling at speed. Oftentimes, she's got to create as well as be the finisher. This time, she was having to be the creator. Cut it back. In cutting it back, she went careering over the advertising boards, and attention needed to be sought for her. Fortunately, she recovered, fought on, and she was okay before then picking up another knock just before the final whistle and had to go off. But Matthews, God bless her, was alert to the run of Khadija and the effort that Khadija literally put in, left it on the line, and she was there ahead of the defenders to make it 2-0. So I applaud that. Kyler McKenna, previously Kyler McCoy, Rangers.
Tight.
Lord of mercy, me see that face.
You see a
You
lot
see
of
that
players on the
face?
coast. A lot of players are right there and thereabouts. So you see, it's going to come down to coach's decision. That's why I'm saying tight. You see, I'm not going to tell you no. It's just tight. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Respect. Jody
yeah.
Brown. All right, the people. Now, have you got
Jody
anyone who
Brown.
you can add to that list that you think, in your
No,
opinion,
no, no, no. Let's continue. Jody Brown. No, Jody Brown wasn't there, right? No.
no, this is why that was the 18 that was available. It was only
Okay,
18, you know.
so
So you can
Jody.
add to these people now.
Okay, Jody Brown, Australia.
I agree. Of course, she
Yeah.
will have to bring her A game. I'm looking forward to seeing her.
Yes.
Because the Reggae Girls, I think we agreed when I was watching the game when I was watching the game on I Am Sure Sports with Unseen and Manning's Man,
Mm-hmm.
made it a cute little way. Creating chances is one thing that Jamaica need to improve on, and they got the capacity to do that. They also need to be clinical, and
Mm-hmm.
that is another bone of contention because an over reliance on Bunny Shaw could prove costly. We've seen already in these women's friendlies that goals can be scored and goals are also at a
And
premium. At the highest
and
level, it can be
and
very difficult to break down a team. And if you concede one, you need at least two to score. Over reliance on Bunny, you know that the opposition will know exactly where the strengths are. Bunny is like a Erling Haaland of the women's game. Outstanding, arguably Jamaica's finest footballing product thus far. We need to make sure that everybody is going on hand and produce a performance, maybe along the lines of the Czech women's game down under when Jamaica went down 3-2, but kept on fighting. 3-2 defeat. They lost 3-0 to Spain, went on to lose to the Matildas 3-0. But sandwiched between those results was a fine 3-2 valiant defeat. But they showed without Khadija, I believe, that they could score. Go ahead, sir.
well, but I'm going to go back on the defense. Miss Wilshire, to get her at her full potential, she have to play right back and not left back. So they need to find a left full back
Big
because
thing.
she's stronger on the right side. She's more right footed than left footed. So therefore, that's where Miss Wilson, who is a natural left footer, comes in. And
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
that is why I am saying to get the maximum out of this young lady, she has to
Mm-hmm.
play right fullback, not left. And I have a feeling that this coach is going to stick her on the left side, and she's not going to get the full potential out of her.
I get the distinct impression that Mr. Donaldson is not your number one coach of all time. I get that impression. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Trudy Carter,
Australia,
respect. Blackwood. Is Blackwood?
yes.
Denisha Blackwood.
Australia,
All right. So we've got that's a pretty solid number of players.
but
I think
but
it's going to
but
be a
but if
few.
you
Yes,
notice, we only have one left fullback and one right fullback.
that is one of the key areas as well. The
And he's
midfield
going to
and
have
that
he's going to
defensive
have
area on the flanks.
he's going to have Chantal Swaby being a backup center fullback. Also going to play on the right side of the defense, and then Wiltshire going to switch to the left side, and that will put us as a details. Chantal Swaby plays. I think she plays center fullback better than she plays the right fullback better than she play right fullback. So I think that Wiltshire should play the right fullback and get Miss Wilson. I don't know if she's unfit. I don't know if she's still playing. You're in England. I don't know if she's playing for a club. I don't know if she's injured. I heard she was injured for the Australia thing. I don't know if she's still injured. You could check that out. I don't know. I don't remember what club she plays for, but she should be on that team. That is my thing. Um, Oh, where did you go, Richard? Can you hear me? Oh,
Oh, I can hear you now. You were breaking up on me. Go ahead, sir.
yes. So now, my next, name me some more players. I'll tell you if they go into Australia.
Satara Murray. That's the last one. That's the last one for now. My
Satara
my
Murray.
frying fish is calling me. Yes, Murray.
Satara Murray, right? Now,
Yes.
now we know there's one solid centre back that Jamaica going to, one person centre back that's going to be there, right? And that is Alison Swaby. You have Miss Williams, I have Murray, and you have Sampson. But to me, Sampson plays the holding midfield role very well. She's the best one so far, the best of the lot, I think. So therefore, I wouldn't use her as a centre back. I use her as a CDM. If you're going to use Sampson as a CDM, so therefore she's going to be playing in the midfield. So therefore, that would then tell me that Sampson and Williams would be going to Australia. But if Sampson is going to play centre half, either one of those two girls, ladies, are going to get not go to Australia. That's why I said, you know, they're close. It's a very listen, as a coach, picking a team is a very difficult thing when when you when you have to cut a squad. Because if you, I think he's bringing in these young players that he's bringing in now. Cause remember, you have the young lady also. What's her name? She played in the game, the left footer, the left winger that played in the Paraguay game. You remember? You know what I'm talking, right?
It's
Very
not.
from North Carolina.
It's not Van. Not Van. Oh, Rachel Jones.
Yeah, Rachel Jones. Yeah, Van
I
Zanten
like
still.
Rachel Jones. And Van Zanten as well. I like
Right.
Rachel Jones. I think she
So
she can go.
therefore,
And Van Zanten, of course. Kiki.
what give Rachel Jones the edge is that she's a natural left footer also. You see, so you can have her play on the left side, and that is she's a left footer. You could have her on the left, Jody or Judy on the right. Any way you want, because Jody Brown is going to start. I'm telling you, she's going to start, and you have Van Santen still. So that's why when you said like Matthews, I was thinking about these other two young ladies.
All right.
So
All
so
right.
so you see, so you see when I said Matthews maybe. Why I said also Tiffany Cameron maybe because she's competing with this other young lady. Because you remember, you have Trudy Carter, you have Jodie Brown, you have Rachel Jones, you have Van Zanten. That's four wingers right there. Then you have the people who's fighting for the center forward position is Simmons, McKenna, um, or and Bunny. But Bunny's the starter. So who's going to be the backup? So therefore you have four wingers right there. You have five. You have Matthews as a winger too, and you have PJ Gill as a winger. So you have six people, and you have Cameron as a winger. So you have seven people fighting for maybe four positions. Because more than likely they're going to go with what? Three, two center forwards, maybe four wingers. That's six. Then you're going to go oh, you can go with five midfielders. That's 11. No, you can go with six midfielders. That's 12. Seven defenders. That is 19. Three goalkeepers. That's 22, and they have one more. So you could put a seven. You could put a third backup forward. I mean, that depends on where you want to go with that person. So you understand what I'm trying to say. So
Yes, sir.
therefore, you have seven or eight ladies fighting for four positions. So they're going to be very difficult to pick a team. Now, this team is much better than the team that went to the last World Cup. We can
Ah, ah.
This team have more potential than the last team, the last World Cup. But
Let
I still say we
but
need a creative midfielder, which we haven't found yet.
time's ticking. If we're not find them right now, we'll know where I'm going.
I don't know why my phone is doing this. It never usually do this stuff, but it's kind of getting dark sometimes. I don't know why. Yeah.
I wonder if it'll run out of juice.
No, no, no. I don't know. Maybe I did some adjustment to it, so maybe that is why it never usually does that when I'm on and like YouTube or something like that, like this live. Yeah. So it's going to Donald Snoddy's staff going to have a very hard time. And no matter what team he pick, somebody going to beat him.
You know that reason, boss, on Rich Post Sports. We're not in on the bag of beating. We're going to be paying respect. I sound like a darling.
Listen, I don't envy him picking them team because
Nor do
you
I.
want the young
Nor do
ladies
I.
to be disappointed, huh?
Nor do I. But hey, Mister, you can mute your mic. I don't know. I'm hearing myself here. I just wanted to give a couple of results.
Who's this? How many players are able to make the trip? The squad. This person is asking that question. 23.
23, indeed.
No, I can't mute my mic. I don't see anything here to mute the mic. I'm looking. Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Because when I'm talking, okay, sounds a bit better. That's better. That's better. Whatever you've done the trick. Let me just give you an updated score, a couple of scores from the internationals currently taking place. Full respect for joining the broadcast. Remember to hit the like button if you joined. I've seen the like go down to 2. Up it to 3. Big up yourself. Up it to 3. England now 2-0 down to the Matildas. 2-0 down, and it's time added on. 5 minutes added on. That looks like a defeat for England. A rare defeat. Interesting result, that. Very interesting. And an even more interesting result from the Reggae Girls' perspective. It's now France 2, Canada 1 after 71 minutes. And of course, Canada, one of the leading lights in the CONCACAF region, along with the United States of America. France have got a 2-1 lead. They were expected to do big things in the European Championship. Of course, the England Lionesses eventually lifted that title with a extra time victory over Germany, who earlier themselves were, defeated 2-1 at the hands of Brazil, opponents for the Reggae Girls in the initial group stages of the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Excuse me. I'm going to have to reach my fry fish and my hot honey and lemon part 2 shortly, Mikey. So we're going to have to wrap up things shortly, sir. Let me see. Oh, what's this? Is that the same for the Men's World Cup?
Yes.
All right. Yes, for the World Cup. Yes, for the Men's World Cup. It was a 23-man squad, wasn't it?
Yes, I think. Yeah, but yes. No, wait. No,
So,
maybe not. Maybe it was 26. Maybe it was 26 because of the COVID thing. I think maybe it was 26. They were thinking about 26 for the ladies too, but because the COVID thing has kind of calmed down, it's staying at 23. I think the men were 26. I think the men were 26.
it might have been a bit more. I'm just trying to remember the Cellar
No, it's
Sal's
26.
lineup.
26. 26. So they,
Yeah, right.
they were doing that in case in case a team member came down with COVID, you'd have ample replacements.
Respect,
So
respect.
yeah, you had ample backup. So I guess you take an extra forward, extra midfield, extra defender in that 3. You don't take an extra goalkeeper because usually the same goalkeeper keep the whole tournament, and you have one,
Usually,
you have
it
two
finished
backup already.
England.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it finished England 0, Australia 2, and after 74 minutes, it's France 2,
yeah,
Canada 1. So, Mikey, I
yeah.
want you to summarize while we have time. What are your thoughts? You said 30% chance on rewinding. You did suggest the 30% chance of Jamaica coming out of
Yes,
the group.
yes.
Last tactics to push that up to over 30% and to see the Reggae Girls go through. What would Mikey,
Hmm.
recommend for this squad to be tweaked and approach the games to take on and successfully overcome and make the top 2 of?
Play the girls, play the ladies in their natural positions.
All right.
So, like Miss Wilshire, would have to play right back, not left back. Um, Blackwood is naturally a winger, not a defender. They just transfer her to be a defender. She's naturally not naturally a left fullback. She's more naturally a left winger. So we have to get a natural left fullback to play that position.
I agree. I just saw a question, by the way. We agree. I agree. There should
Yeah.
be equality. The men's and women's teams should have the same. I think on this
Right.
occasion, as Mikey pointed out, because of the
Yes.
COVID situation
Right.
and because of the mid-season Qatar World Cup,
Yeah.
they took extenuating
Right.
circumstances
Right.
into consideration, making it 26. But yes, nothing wrong from where we're sitting with equality and equal numbers in terms of the squad.
Yeah.
Continue, Mikey.
So also he needs to start the. To me, Samson is a must start at the CDM. She tackles well. She passes the balls well. So therefore, she's a must. Then you have to find two creative midfielder, our next defensive midfielder beside her. Because what we have to try and do, is to clog up the middle. Make sure they don't come down the middle. Most of the goals they scored on us, I think, in the last World Cup was coming down the middle. So therefore, we want to clog up the middle. And then now we can have them on the break with the speed of a Bunny and the strength of a
Brown,
Bunny and speed of a Brown or a speed
truly.
of a Julie Carter or a Rachel Jones. Even though Washington is fast, I don't know if she's going, but we have to beat them on the counter. So that's why I give them
Possibly
30% chances. So we have to beat them on the counter, and we have to try and not make too many mistakes. Because mistakes, so when you make mistakes on these teams, they burn you. So to avoid, we have to limit the amount of mistakes. That's why I thought it was a mistake to play Sheffield instead of playing a next European team that move the balls around fast. So we can get used to the pace of this because Sheffield didn't move the ball around fast. They was playing
No,
as
they
slow as
didn't.
Jamaica. So if basically we had played somebody like Chelsea or Man United or even Man City that moved the ball around fast, played a fast pace. So you need to get the girls playing at a fast pace. So they know when they're running to a Brazil and a France, they know the speed and the pace they're going to have to be playing at to keep up with these other ladies. You understand me? Because believe me, they're going to come and they're going to keep coming. So we have to, and like I said, we have to play our ladies in their proper position that they play for their club. That is to play when they used to play under 13 football. They used to play one position. Don't try move them around and try to, no, play them in the right position. Let them play where they're supposed to play.
You don't want square pegs and round holes.
No, because I'm going because look, I've seen Wilshire move down the left flank, and she have difficulty crossing the ball with her left foot because that's her weaker foot, and she don't get it. But when she's on the right side, she does it easily because she's right-footed. You see, when Jody Brown cuts in and she run down the side, Jody won't pass. She can square it to her left, but on her right, on her right, but if you're down the left side and you pass it down to her, she have to cut it back to put it on her right to get a proper cross in. So you want to
Well
play
spotted.
them.
Yes.
You want to play them in the proper position.
Ideally.
That is
Absolutely.
not knocking Miss Wilshire. She's strong, have a stronger right foot, just like Diego Maradona have a stronger left foot. You know what I mean? In one left. God rest. I
And
hope him rest in peace. Eh?
yeah, man. Absolutely. Diego
That,
Armando Maradona.
that's
Absolutely
a
outstanding.
legal one left. That's a lethal one left. That one left coming like three left.
Remember that. Remember
Yeah,
that.
our first and second left. Eh?
Best player I've seen in my lifetime. But
Yeah.
are you keen on an athletic, robust midfield versus the creative side of the midfield? Where do you feel that we have concerns, and
We
where do
need
you
a
think the
we
strength lies? Creative
what we
or the
need.
robustness?
No, we need a
Athleticism.
no. We need a creative. Jamaica needs a creative midfielder, and we have one coming in the future. And in maybe the next World Cup cycle, we'll see her in
We
the
want
young.
one for no.
Eh?
Big up for the likes. Big up for the likes. We
Yeah,
want one
yeah,
for no.
yeah.
Who's
We
the
don't have.
DNA? Up, Reason Boss. Bless up.
Yeah,
Bless up,
yeah.
DNA. Good to see you.
Listen,
With the boat. With
we
the
don't
boat.
have one now, but we have one for the future coming in Miss Buckley.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. We don't
So
want to over edge, but Buckley is a talent. But
exactly.
we're talking about right about now, as DNA has just come onto the
They,
scene.
they,
Big up
they,
yourself, DNA. We hit the like button and full up respect for the
there's a next
rules
there's
and
a next
regulation. Peace and
there's a
love.
next young lady that played on the under 20 team last year.
Yeah,
I think she got injured. Is that was McNamara, right? Yes, that was McNamara. She's
that could
also
well be.
yes, she's also pretty good, but he hasn't started her to give her a run to see how she would look if she starts. When you coming on off the bench, you don't get to sometimes you don't get involved in the game enough. So
Hmm.
that's why I prefer to start. If I want to see how somebody look, I'm going to start them. Because it doesn't matter if you win or lose. I'm going to start them to see how they
Well,
look if they start. Huh?
the time for practice and the time for experimenting is far
Over.
spent. Yes, and DNA. I know you've just joined and watching. Thank you for hitting the like button. DNA. Do you fancy the chances of the Reggae Girls to get out of the group, or are you just delighted that they've made the World Cup back to back World Cups? Lest we not
Listen,
forget they were in the
Richard.
group of death.
Richard, let me tell you
Group of
this.
death.
I
Let me see
fancy
DNA.
Jamaica.
Hold on. Let me read out DNA.
Yeah.
I think the girls has plenty of work to prepare for this World Cup. Yes, they do have plenty of work, but time is far spent. DNA. They've just had the game against Sheffield United women at King Power Stadium, victorious 2-0. But this is a championship team,
Yeah.
languishing in ninth out of 12. Mikey Ballin rightfully identified, as I did, that they were playing at a very slow, relatively speaking, pace. I think the Reggae Girls thrive on a higher class of opponent. And this is why I'm optimistic at this point. One, we came out with no serious, fingers crossed, injuries. Khadija almost came a cropper,
Hmm.
almost, and that would have been absolutely catastrophic news for
Yes.
the Reggae Girls. But remember the group of death in the Azteca, in
And
Mexico.
and
In
and
order to
why?
qualify, it was Haiti,
Yeah.
Mexico, and the United States of America. And you saw what happened. Jamaica
Why?
came out.
Why I give
So,
Jamaica?
hey, trust the
Why I give Jam-
process.
Why I give Jamaica 30%?
Yes,
At
chance
the
of
rate
coming
that
out of the
Khadija
group. That's what he said.
yes at the rate that Khadija Shah is scoring in the British champ what that Super League.
Women's Super
If
League, yes.
if she get three chances, she may put away two, and that may be the thing in any one
Say
game.
that, say that again. Say that again. You did cut out a little bit.
If Khadija get three chances, Bonnie get three
Mhm.
chances against France or Brazil, she may put
Yes.
away two, and that could be the game right there. That's why I give her 30. Anything is possible with Bonnie because
It's
she
funny you
doesn't
mentioned
miss
that,
chances very often, huh?
It's funny you mentioned that because DNA just made a very good point, a very good observation. And it's one that I've made. Because I've said that it's very hard to score goals at the
Yeah.
highest level. That's one of the main challenges. That's why the people like Haaland, like Shaw, get the big up respect. But
Yes.
we've noticed, as DNA has, getting into excuse me, struggling DNA. I've got a little bit of a cough and hay fever, so I'm on the honey and lime. I'm going for round two and
Yeah.
have to log off soon. But big up yourself. In the last third, the creative side, the last third of the pitch, Jamaica have been struggling or having problems in creating clear cut chances. I've got to agree with DNA. It's not
Yeah, but
easy. And that's one of the things where a coach and good organizational processes
but but
and the gelling of the team
but
and the muscle memory, knowing how to play that pass, knowing how to cross at the right time, release the ball at the right time, at the right angle, running off the ball, playing, keeping ball possession, which they do better at times than the Reggae boys of old. We see improvements under Coach Jaime. But I like what Jamaica do with the ball at times, but they need to increase that ball possession and the ability of the team to create clear-cut chances. Thank you, DNA. Exactly, DNA says. Go ahead,
but
Mikey. Respond, sir.
yeah, yeah, but also if you look at the Australia game and the Czech game, they played much better. They were creating chances, but they weren't putting it away. Especially the Czech game. So therefore, I think they're improving in that aspect. What needs to happen is that he needs to pick his 23 as soon as possible
Mm-hmm.
When they get into camp, let those 23 play together. They're going to play playing against each other in practice. Get that 23 to work as a unit. The starting 11 and the sub based on what opposition you're playing. But I think in the starting 11, I think that I know that Brown is going to start on the right side. Bunny's going to be in the midfield. Drew Spence is going to be in the midfield. I know that um Allison Wilson, that's her name? Allison. No, Swaby is going to be in the defense. And you know that Spencer is going to be in the goal. So those players I already know is going to start. Okay? Now it's to pick the other pieces around them. And you have to find the right blend. Not your favorite, not who's your
No,
friend, but who's the
no.
right blend to go
Blend it, blend it.
to go with those players that I just named. The only way those players I just named doesn't start is unless they're injured. The only players that Jody Brown is starting, Bunny is starting, Drew Spence is starting, Allison Swaby is starting, and Spencer. So we need to find six more players.
I like the
Those
way you're
five,
breaking it down.
those five, I say, I'm me with six I start, coach.
Ah, yeah, ah,
Eh,
yeah,
eh?
ah, yeah. But watch
Okay.
the ride.
Eh?
DNA made a very interesting point. DNA made a point, and it's a term that I like to use often as well. There are
Yes.
levels to this game, Mikey. There are levels, viewers and
Yes.
subscribers. Thanks again for coming on board, Mikey. Always a pleasure. You know your football. I know that
Yes.
you've done coaching in your time, and of course you've been a goalkeeper. Am I mistaken? You were a goalkeeper in your time.
Yeah, some people may say I was a shopkeeper, but I used to keep goal.
Lord have mercy, my good. But watch
at,
it.
at times I was a
There, there,
shopkeeper. At times I was a
man,
shopkeeper.
you're doing yourself a disservice. Hey, being a goalkeeper, it's a heck of a challenge. It's a
No,
heck
being a
of a
goalkeeper.
chance.
No, being a goalkeeper, you have to have the toughest mental capacity and the toughest skin because
At
your
your
forwards can miss 20 goals and one go through your leg and then kill you after them should have beat the team 20-1. You understand? You understand? You lose 1-0. So, and them a blame the first thing they want to look, the soft goal score by Mikey B. But how much chance you get with empty goal? No goal in the goal. The goal is gone all out. Gone eat lunch and the goal empty and you still couldn't score. You understand me?
my lord, my lord. You're
Yes.
speaking, darling. A real
Yes, man. Yeah.
talk. That's why I've got plenty of time for the Edisons and the Allisons. God know, oh, them the got further in the World Cup with that kind of backup keeper, Waverton. Lord of mercy. Hey, you bring back some memory, Edison, Man City goalkeeper, Allison.
Yeah.
Oh God, let me dwell on that. Look here, I need to wet my beak and hold a fresh.
Hold on.
Thank you very
Somebody
much,
said,
Mikey,
somebody
for
said,
coming on. What?
somebody says I'm a shopkeeper. Listen, yes, me
Ah!
still I sell, me still I sell shop, me still in the shop I sell stuff. So you can always come buy something and support the business. Come support the business.
All right, sir. I say
Yes.
you have to laugh, and if you don't cry, hey, I wonder. Wait, Mikey,
Yes.
Mikey, I wonder if I can go on a very brief detour
Yes.
and break down something. I might not. Hey, people might not like me for this, but I'm going there. The reason boss has got to speak with the little energy he has left. Mikey, I watched the Carifta games. If are you familiar with the Carifta games at
Yes,
all?
I was watching it live.
All right, now I want the floor to be yours, because
Yes.
we're dealing with two birds with one stone, yes, sir.
Yes.
Hey, London, England, a proud Jamaican. Many a time watching Jamaica on the world and Olympic stage, flying the flag,
Hmm.
especially, of course, in the sprint events,
Yes.
occasionally field events, shining. James Beckford, for example, Ricketts, women's triple jump. I was
Mr.
taken
Gill.
aback.
Mr. Gill lately. Mr. Gill in the long jump.
All right, yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, indeed,
Okay.
yes, indeed. Gay, yes, Gaye, yes.
Yeah.
Watch her.
Yes.
I was on unseen sports. I provided some
Yes.
commentary and coverage
Yes.
And let me get cut to the point. I was a little embarrassed at the pride, the excess pride, and the lack of humility as Jamaica. Let's give you the example that I'm referring to. You can have a men's or a women's 4x4,
Mm-hmm.
under 17s and under 20s for those who are not
Yes.
familiar with the curriculum. If you are, and by the first leg, you could see that it was a case of, metaphorically speaking, men against boys, girls against women, in terms of the levels that DNA referred to. It was a done deal. I mean, very rarely in high level competition will you see these yawning gaps, but you do see it on occasion. I've seen America time and time again give yawning gaps to Jamaica, to Bahamas, to
Yes.
Trinidad, to Britain,
Yes.
to Russia, to many a team on the world stage. Why was there such a lack of humility on the part of my co-commentators, like Coach Parchi, who was barely paying attention to the coverage and just about, you know, see there's something done. You know, see there's something done. Jamaica to the world. You see there's something done. Meanwhile, there's a battle royale going on behind to these valiant under 17 and under 20-year-olds from British Virgin Islands. Get me now. Curacao, though they weren't in the shake-up.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago and the Bahamas. Let us pay a little respect as they do battle while acknowledging Jamaica, clear for gold, outstanding. Can they beat the championship record? That's the only thing in in doubt at the moment. But there's
Yeah.
a battle royale going on. Who's going to get the second place and third place? No interest was shown. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When the world stage comes and the Olympic stage come, I hear the door. My wife is coming in. When the World and Olympics come up,
Yeah. Yeah.
is this the same attitude? What happens when, because Jamaica might have torn it up on track and field in the Carifta, but
Yeah.
I saw the pole vault, I saw the javelin, and I don't want to go into the levels and quality that I saw. I barely saw Jamaica in the hunt. So I say humility, because if you
Well,
take it to the world stage, yeah, look for the Jamaican, and then the bout. It's
all right.
Shelly-Ann, Rika, Elaine flying the flag, bigging up.
We,
But
we,
elsewhere, be
yeah.
careful and show a look of humility. Now the floor is yours, sir. Educate
Yes.
me, because from
First
yes,
of
sir,
all,
I've been in that situation. I'm gonna
fr-
address this on another occasion as well. Trust me.
yes.
Go ahead, sir. I'll be back on this.
From Jamaicans leave Africa, we stop throwing spears, so we don't throw javelins.
Oh God.
So, okay, we don't throw javelins. We
Oh
know
God.
we know to run and jump distances, not height. Cause we have to jump over gully enough time and jump over to get away or run away. So we're not into the javelin business. We're not throw spears. But I would tell you this: why Jamaica is so much ahead of the other Caribbean islands is because we have a place called GC Foster College that we producing the
Mm-hmm.
best track and field coaches right now in the world, which some of them will be football coaches too. But it look like when it comes to track and field, we have the best crop of coaches for high school at high school level and maybe international level too. So all if you notice how the Jamaicans run, they run like they are international stars. I mean, they don't run, they run like they've been doing this for
Professionally.
professionally
Professionally. Yeah, man.
for a month of
Yeah,
time.
man.
So
Yeah, man. It sets them
even
up
even even
brilliantly
even
for
even,
Olympics.
even, even the individual events where they don't win, like you could see the young people running like they have a farm that they keep. And what happened? Track and field is the number one sport in Jamaica. Not football, not cricket, not netball or jacks. It
And by the way,
is it is track and field. Eh?
and by the way, the missus, my darling wife, has returned, and I
Yes.
must give quality time to my darling wife.
Yes.
But I must say, I've got a theory. We're gonna have to reason on this, Mikey, and I look
Yes.
forward to reasoning. I've got a little theory that I want to run your way, and you can just
But
mull
before I
over it,
go,
views and
no,
subscribe. Yeah,
before I go, I must give
eh.
credit to Grenada because
Oh,
Grenada
Spice
produced.
Island. Yes,
Yes, they produce the best javelin throwers. Look like when they leave Africa, they must still throwing the spears. Grenada have the best javelin, and Trinidad also have good javelin throwers too. Jamaica, we just started in
Bahamas too.
Jamaica recently. I don't know about Bahamas. I know about Trinidad and Grenada, but They start having javelin at champs in Jamaica now, recently, because in my days, they we didn't have it. So now, in a couple of years, maybe in the next 10 years or so, Jamaica may be up there in javelin also. Because, anything Jamaica put them head to, we are good at it.
Well, you put a pin in it right there, so put a pin in it right there, so because I've got a little theory that with the bag of drama, the bag of me know say some of my YouTube people them them not really want fit hey Ryan assume I am sure CD you carry on king your teeth. Listen, I've got a theory when it comes to Jamaica and football, because Jamaica it's a team game,
Yeah.
but there's some analogy in comparison because Jamaica are not guaranteed. They're not one of the big shots, and on the pitch in terms of results, they're not the heavyweight hitters in the CONCACAF, let alone world level. That's where the bag of drama is easy to stoke up. And I feel that's why the bag of off-field admin drama, rather than banding together as a band of brothers, accepting that we must deal with what we have, work as best as possible. But as the 12 men, we need to focus on the team, what they can offer on the pitch. Wonderful Jamaican diaspora talent, but we've got challenges and opportunities that
Okay.
we need to tackle as Jamaica. But if we're going to expect the JFF, for example, to be perfect, you can wait a little longer. A dusty house will have dust found. Water will be found to be wet. So
Listen,
trust me, as day follows night, the bag of
Richard,
drama, I think, is a little rouse and excuse, because when the few say, we not get you, we not get you. So, wagwan, this a go on. Hear him say that about this.
Rich,
Listen, hey,
I will,
no make
I will
me
echo
start.
what I will echo what the coach, the new Jamaica Reggae boy coach, has said. Is that the pitches in Jamaica? If we could build two good pitching, we have 14 parishes. If we could find 28 good solid pitches like what I see the Reggae Girls play on yesterday in Jamaica, I guarantee in 5 years Jamaica will be a powerhouse in CONCACAF. The problem is when you pass a ball to a man, nice pass, it touch a little stone or a little pothole in the field, and it bunks up and kick it hitting him knee. So therefore, if we had a pitches that played through, in 5 years' time, I guarantee you Jamaica will be a powerhouse and with a lot of local players on the team. Because if you look at Jamaica as an age between of the age between 10 and 15 or 14 or 13, we empowered everybody else. But after that, that's it. We lose. We start going backwards there. So if the Jamaican government or Lee Chin, may I call him out, Lee Chin, the richest Jamaican alive, him live in Jamaica. If he can donate some of him wealth and build couple pitches in couple parishes. And also Mr. Butch Stewart's son, who owns Sandals, may I call them out, who have a lot of money. More money than he need to build a couple pitches in a couple places where Sandals is. Then you will see. I can call who I know. Oh, and you have the Issas too. Sorry, I know Issas too. And the Matalans. If those four names are called, if each of them can build two pitch each, that is 8. And Jamaica women build 2, that is 10. We'll be in a better place in 5 years' time. And they can afford to do it because they make money hand over fist. Okay?
Money is one thing, Mikey, but having the professionalism, the transparency,
No, no,
the
no. No, no, I'm not
well,
talking about.
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Yes,
Let me finish, sir. With due
yes,
respect, sir. Hey, it's the time speaking with you. I meant to go, 5 minutes ago,
yeah.
10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. You're too sweet. No wonder your wife stayed with you for so long. Me say,
Mine,
you're good company. Hey,
Mine, Watch
hey,
yourself.
hey, hey, we've seen Chelsea in the English Premier League over here. London,
Yes,
England calling. Big up
yes,
yourself for hitting the like button, and thank you for watching. And I'm hoping that you can add your views, and if not, just digest and rewind and come again. Support
yes.
the Jamaican channels. Big up to I Am Sure. Big up to Coach's Desk. Big up to Ryan LFC. Big up to Rich Poe Sporty. Right, yes sir. Formula Sports you don't know.
Yes.
Listen, Dre Anyweather, a Chelsea fan. Big up yourself. Hand over fist. You're talking about Sandals and Issa. Chelsea have got more money than they know what to do with. And where are they? 11th. 11th, 1-1,
No, I'm
11th
not.
in the Premier League. So that
I,
is not the thing. Let's
I'm
deal
talking
with
about
what we
pitches.
have.
I'm not talking about company. I'm talking about pitches, building pitches, so the
But
guys can, the kids can play on.
building pitches cost money. Building pitches
But they
cost
have
money.
enough money on
Building
those
pitches,
fish.
no, but then you have to talk about maintaining
That it
the
easy to
pitches,
maintain. It's easy to
curating the
maintain.
pitches.
It's easy to maintain from you have a proper pitch. It's easy to maintain. If Arnett Gardens can do it with the liquor they have, then it can be done.
We're gonna,
Arnett
we're,
Gardens
we're
have the
gonna,
best
we're gonna,
pitch in Jamaica right now, and if they can do it, if those people are named, build 10 pitches in Jamaica, they just need all they need to do is build it near a river, so you can pump the water from the river right
eh,
onto the field. Simple.
mm-hmm.
Suck the water out of the river, free water, and you can water the field every day you want. Cause
You're
Jamaica,
calling it,
one thing about Jamaica, we're not short of
yeah,
water.
you're short of a look of quality in football, though. Did you
Yeah,
watch
but
the
the pitch,
JPL?
but the
You watched the
pitches
JPL?
were
Did
better
you
in
see
five
Mount
years.
Pleasant versus Arnett Gardens? Did you see Tivoli? Hey, hey, it was a bumper weekend, It was a bumper Easter Monday. Happy belated Easter Monday. Greetings to one and all. I had
Richard,
the pleasure
oh yes,
of taking in
and
the
then hold on,
JPL. We're
and
going to
then Rich
reason this,
Sports,
Trust me.
hold on, Rich Sports can send us some of them strong British pound to build a pitch too.
You hear about the Ukraine crisis and the cost of living. Listen, Reason Boss has a bag of thing. Look here. Hey, finish up the show for me. Finish up the show for me, man. I was gonna call you Reason Boss, but I don't know if you're a Reason, right? But listen,
No,
Mikey, finish up
yeah,
the show for me. I'm struggling, but trust me, Reason Boss, social commentary and sporting commentary. That's the legacy that my dad left me with, and I'm carrying out the legacy. Left, right, and center. Football, cricket, boxing, athletics. Hey, sport. If it's sport and it moves, me did it. But social commentary will also be there. We can talk American politics. We can talk Ukrainian war. We can talk Jamaica. No, sir, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say. But the JFF, that is something we can reason. Final word with you, Mikey. Wait, yeah, look, hey, how old are you, Mikey? Yeah, wait,
21,
what
21,
kind of cut
21,
that? I
21.
was wondering. I thought you were 32.
We're gonna take
Wait,
off a year for the good looks.
viewers and subscribers. This man always surprised. Mikey,
Yeah,
close the show for me. I'm struggling. Close the show for me. Final words. Viewers and subscribers, thank you for tuning in to The Reason Boss with Mikey Ballin and Rich Post Sports. We were only meant to be on for half an hour. We're following the lives of Crystal Davis. God bless Talawa TV. God
well,
bless. Get well soon, Crystal. Me say, when she says she's on for a few minutes, half an hour, 1 hour maximum, and 1 hour later, still going strong with who? This year man down here, sir. Mr. Ballin, you think him easy? Finish up, Mikey.
listen,
Finish up. I gone, me gone.
listen,
Bless up.
listen, gentlemen and ladies who's watching this program or may watch it on the tape later on. I want to say nice having you with us from the Dan Dadas of sports. Night done. That's how it go.
Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Peace
There
and
you
love.
go.
Peace and love. Mikey,
Yeah,
one
man.
love every time.
No respect. No respect. All right then.
Till
Later.
next time, viewers and subscribers, Rich Post Sports with Mikey Ballin saying peace and love. Big
Yeah,
up
man.
Reggae Girls, back-to-back World Cups. We
Yes.
salute onwards and upwards. Gone.
Gone.